right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve it. He feels like all the improvements were made, and tonight he is the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger, and I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. All right, so here is Dustin Poirier making the walk for yet another big UFC spot here tonight. UFC 236 was his coming out party, DC. He ended Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak, and in a near-perfect performance in a lot of respects, was able to realize a UFC interim lightweight title.
They say diamonds are forever, and so is Dustin Poirier. It seems like he's been here the whole time. We've seen this young man grow up in the UFC. We saw him at 145 pounds have a ton of success, but we've truly seen him come into his own as he's going up to lightweight. He's become a UFC interim champion, and he's beaten guys like Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway. One of the best fighters at 155 is Dustin Poirier.
And with Dustin Poirier and Daniel Cormier, safe to say that Lafayette, Louisiana has made a pretty good UFC footprint over the last few years. Dustin Poirier back on the proving ground here tonight. All right, now we bring you the tail of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC featherweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Mirsad Bektic. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here is Dustin Poirier as round 1 gets underway. He said in advance of this one, this is not a street fight. I've got to stay unemotional and not just try to hurt him. I got to be defensively responsible. Easier said than done for a fighter as gifted offensively as Dustin Poirier.
Oh my goodness, these boys are going at it.
There's a big right from Poirier.
Oh, good knee.
Huge left hand. Playing with the inside leg kick. All right, early action here, and a nice hook by the boxer gets home on the kickboxer. This is exactly the range in which he wants to be fighting.
Yeah, because it limits the kickboxer, and the kickboxer has a very high guard. So if you're tight and you just pivot with the hook, it lands around that guard, and he does a lot of damage with it.
Good combination there from Dustin Poirier. His boxing has really gone to the next level. Getting a lot of good training down there at American Top Team. He's off to a pretty good start here tonight, DC.
Beautiful reversal on the ground.
Oh, could get a finish soon. Looks like a Darce choke.
Oh my goodness, that Darce choke is very tight.
Now he's in trouble. He's going to go to sleep.
There's the tap. You'll win it by submission.
Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Well, everybody in this arena still digesting this result. What a win for him tonight, and he gets it done by submission, no less.
He said he was going to get it done by submission. To watch an athlete call the shot is always fun. He should be very proud.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
With that, we now go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to a Darce choke, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
All right, so there it is, Dustin Poirier, your winner by submission. He thought there might be an opportunity in that world tonight, and nicely done by Poirier to turn those words into action.